Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's Miss Stubbs. Today, our learning target is I can consider the pressure that setting may place on a character. Our essential question is what details from the story help me to identify reasons characters act a certain way? So, we're going to be building off of what we started yesterday in session 10. Remember, our main focus for this week is the setting and how it's affecting our characters and the story. So readers, in our session 11 discussion boards, go ahead and head on over to the Deep Study of Character, session 11, click on the discussion board. I want you to reply to the following two questions about setting. What details have you uncovered about the setting from your book? What key scenes do you feel are significant or important? Please tell us the book that you're reading and give us some details so we know what you're talking about. If you need to pause the video while you do this too, go ahead and pause it. After you've finished the discussion board, let's go ahead and continue with this mini lesson. So readers, today I want to teach you that when characters seem torn, when they're acting one way on the outside and a different way on the inside, it's sometimes because they're being pulled in different directions. You can consider ways the pressures of a place, a setting, might be pulling them away from their inner compass, so what they really want to do or how they want to be towards others. So let's try out this thinking work. I'm going to practice this, model it for you. I'm going to go back to Main Street by Jacqueline Woodson. And I'm going to go back to the scene where Treetop's father caught her swearing and he tells her she's not allowed to talk that way. "What are you saying?" my father said when he heard me. "Don't ever say those words, ever." "But Mama says them." "She's in pain," my father said. "Those words should only be said by people in pain." I wanted to tell him I was in pain. I wanted to show him where it hurt. Point to my head, my heart, my belly. Say, "Here, Daddy," and here, and here. But I didn't. I was 8 years old. He would say I was too young to know real pain. After all, he'd say, "You've never even had a skinned knee, Treetop." All right, guys, pay attention. So I highlighted in orange powerful quotes, and I really want to hold on to those. So Treetop wants to tell her dad that she's hurting, that she's swearing because she too is in pain. Let me go back to what I highlighted in orange. I wanted to tell him I was in pain. I wanted to show him where it hurt. Point to my head, my heart, my belly. Say, "Here, Daddy," and here, and here. But hang on, this is important. Let's look at that little bitty sentence that Jacqueline Woodson put in. But I didn't. Is she not speaking because she doesn't want to? No. When we read on, we see why. In the world her dad is creating for her, it's not allowed. I was 8 years old. He would say I was too young to know real pain. After all, he'd say, "You've never even had a skinned knee, Treetop." So it's not that the narrator's own wishes that are causing her not to speak, right? Like, it's not that she just chooses not to speak. She's just not comfortable or she just doesn't feel like speaking. It's the pressure from this setting, this place that she's in. In this case, a setting where her father is controlling, he's shutting her down. That can really tear a person apart, right? So here's our next step. So we're noticing that the pressure of the setting, in this case with Treetop, a setting where her father is causing her to shut down emotionally, we want to find these moments in our own book. So anytime that you see your character is torn, maybe they feel differently on the inside than how they're acting on the outside, I want you to start being an investigator. So I want you, anytime they might be thinking one thing, saying another, or feeling one thing, but acting in a way that contradicts how they are feeling, I want you to find that inconsistency and ask, how is the pressure of the setting affecting the character's inconsistent behavior? So remember our goals for this week. We are investigating the influence of setting on characters. So we started asking ourselves, what kind of place is this? Is it safe? Is it not safe? We've been working on considering the mood of a place. How will we describe it? thrilling, dangerous, intimidating, calm. We want to investigate the psychology of a place, how it shifts, how those character shifts affect our characters. So, like in sixth grade, we could define sixth grade as being an intimidating place. Seventh grade, it's more exciting. Eighth grade, it's more nostalgic. We want to notice how our author's language evokes emotions and images. Ask ourselves, is something in the setting pulling a character between competing pressures? Maybe there's some powerful groups in your story, and those group dynamics have an influence on a place. And we always want to pay attention to any backstory we're given so that we can gain new insights into our characters. So, what's the link with your reading work today? I bet you are all reading books where the character may feel torn, pressured, or influenced by the place he or she finds themselves in, and they're acting in a way that may be contrary to their wishes. So we want to be alert to these kind of character inconsistencies so we can test these theories. So while you're reading today, find a quiet place. I still want you to jot down important setting passages from your book. So what words does the author use to describe this place? What is the character's relationship to this place? How does this place affect your character? And I want you to respond to the new questions that I've put in today's assignment, the 10-6-20 assignment in our Canvas module, Deep Study of Character, Session 11. Happy reading, everyone. Let me know if you need any help with this.